Okay, so let's go to view full page here. This is April 17th, 2018. Now, another thing that I know our two of our lovely assistants aren't here, but here's the thing. If you're sitting in the front row, back row, side row, and you're saying, Mr. Sadler, I haven't been here in a day or two, I don't know how to do the warm-up, or we've had a long weekend with the snow day, I can't remember how to graph, just raise your hand, right? Like, hopefully, Aiden, you're not terrified of me, I don't think, are you? No. You shouldn't be, right? Like, I don't think that if you were to ask me, I would be like, Aiden, what do you mean you don't know what, like, I wouldn't do that, right? Like, I'm trying to be nice to you guys, I'm trying to be gentle, right? So, that's what that's gonna go. So here we go, warm up. It says graph them both on the same piece of paper. So this is y equals negative, 2/3 x minus 4. So I'm gonna start with my slope. All right, I'm going to start with Dale in here, please. Dale, do you recall what slope equals in English, please? Rise over run, awesome. Okay. And if you don't know rise over run, that's okay, but we need to get that into your brains eventually. So which one's the slope? Is it going to be 2/3 or is it going to be negative 4? 2/3. It's m is always, because remember the other equation we talked about this guy? Right, that was the original thing. So whatever the letter is with the x, that's going to be your slope. So that's going to be 2/3. All right, Ben, what does a rise of 2 mean on your graph?
Up 2.
Up 2, good. What does a run of 3 mean on your graph?
Right 3.
Very good. Okay, what does B stand for in English, please? And what does B stand for in English, remember? The y something. Y-intercept here. What does the y-intercept mean? Well, that's like your starting point, right? So Aiden, you're not done yet. You're doing a great job. What number is going to be my starting point in this graph? Well, it's not 2/3. We already used 2/3, right? So it's got to be
4.
Yeah, negative 4. But
Negative
yeah,
4.
Negative 4. Okay. So when we graph this, our point is going to be 0 and negative 4. It's always 0 and something. Okay? It's always, always, always 0 and something. Okay? So I got my graph out here, and while I do so, Sophie's going to list off as many things as she can remember about a neat graph. Sophie, do you know anything about a neat graph, please?
Well, like, do lines made with arrows?
Arrows, good. Keep going. Anything else you know?
Use like the 0 in the middle?
0 in the middle, good. Yeah. Title would be good, yeah.
Numbers.
Numbers would be good. What do we put on the top and the right?
Y and X.
Y and X, right? Okay, so those are the whole thing. That's very good, Sophie, and everyone else that helped you out there. That's really good.
Plus and minus.
And you can do the plus and minus too. The plus and minus, very good, man. So the plus and minus is just to help you to remember which side's plus, which side's minus. Mrs. Moore, you've looked a lot more graphs this year than I have, by far. Okay? So they've all got the numbers going in the right direction so far, have you seen?
It's, yes,
pretty good?
getting better.
Pretty good, okay. So then the plus minus helps for that. So I'm going to put a 0 in the middle there. And I'm going to count up. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. The slope's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. And remember, you can just use a quarter of a sheet. I was looking at Kevin's graph, excellent graph, I should say, before the class started. And he's still doing the right thing, folding up your sheet. So you've got 2 graphs on a little square this big. It'll fit perfectly, right? There's no problem. All right, that'll fit fine. Okay? All right. Madison, what's the first point I'm going to put on my graph now, please? Where do I start my graph? Remember? 0, negative 4. Very good. So my first point on my graph is going to go right down here. Now, always when you're doing these graphs, this is always your starting point. Whatever that plus or minus thing is at the end, that's always going to be your starting point for your graph. Okay? Trent, how do I get my next point on my graph? Very good. So we're going to go, I like the way Rachel did this. I don't like how she uses magenta, but I like the way she did this. Up 2 and right 3. Okay? and then up 2 and right 3, up 2 and right 3, up 2 and right 3, forever and ever and ever. Okay? Now I'll use the weird scale so it didn't look. Now to finish off what Sophie was saying there, I need a line between them. I need arrows on the end. And I need a title. Now, when you're going to do two graphs on the same piece of paper, what do I need to make sure, anybody here, what do I need to make sure that I do about the two graphs on the same piece of paper? What's that?
What's the equation?
Yeah, you gotta put the equation with each line, right? So this line is gonna be y equals 2/3 x minus 4.
Oh, in the,
I'm just gonna color that red and then we'll keep going here. Now, this is more, how do you feel about if you have two lines on the same graph using a pen or a pencil pen or something like
yeah,
that?
it's a different color or number though.
Yeah, one or two, yeah, right on, or A and B, just because it's a little easier to see, right? So I don't want you to, again, we want that to be good. Now again, if I was marking this, I'd lose a mark right here because that's not a straight line. But I just do that by hand, right? There should be a straight line on there. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next graph. And we're gonna get going here, okay? Now, I would recommend strongly, until you get this down, right, to write out this, it takes like this big on your page, okay, right, just so you know where all the numbers come from, okay, right, because this is a thing on your graph there, Riley, on your tests and stuff, right, like, I'm not going to give you all this stuff, if you say to me, I don't know which one's a slope, I'm going to say, too bad, not in those words, I'm going to say, sorry, try harder, is what I'm going to say, right, or I'll say, you've done 100 of these, you should know how to do a slope by now, right, so, all right, I'm going to go over to the next page here. Is everyone done with the left? Yes? Okay. So letter B, my second question is, you're not even taking this down, are
Aaron doesn't do all.
you? Yeah, and I'm going to, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be bad news, I'm not tomorrow, I'm not here today. Starting Thursday, I'll be bad news Sadler. I'm going to start making sure we get the warm-ups here, okay? All right. Caden, I'm going to pick on you to start here, please. What does slope equal in English? Rise over?
Run.
Rise over run, good. Now again, that's something I need everyone to make sure they get, rise over run. Because without that, it's impossible to do any of these graphs, right? Alright, Jaden, which one's the slope? Is it going to be -2 or is it going to be 5? -2. So Kevin, you get the hardest part of the day, because I look at that -2, and I don't see a fraction.
Put a 1 on here.
Very good. Okay, so this has to change to -2 over 1. Okay, so everyone see that? Because you get like a rise and a run, right? So you need to make it over 1. Liam, what does a rise of -2 on your graph mean, please? What does a rise of -2 mean on your graph?
Up.
Down 2, good. Keep going, what does a run of 1 mean, please? Liam, keep going. What does a run of 1? Very good. And it's always to the right. It's always, always, always to the right. It's always going to be positive. Riley? Please try and stay awake. Please try. Okay. Well, I'm going to pick on you to wake you up. Are you ready? What's my starting point in this graph? It would be, but like from here, though, what's the equation? From the equation, what's the starting point? Yeah, it would be good, but you need a starting point, right? You need something to begin with. So it's not the -2, it's going to be the +5, right? So this is my start, the B is going to be your starting point. Which equals 5, and on the graph is 0.5. Okay, I'm going to try to do the same way you do your sleep, but same way for the return. Okay, right? So just, you can do it here. You can do this here, okay? So 0.5, so we're looking good. Okay, can we please get our phones away, please? No, because you said you know do the warm on Friday, you weren't here, right? So I need to make sure you're in the zone here, please. I'm in a bad mood today, it's because I'm in second last place in the pool. All right. I think this All right, Quinn, what's my starting point on my graph again?
5.
Thank you, Quinn.
All those are good.
Okay, thank you, Quinn. 0 and 5, which is up here, good. Quinn, you finish up here? How do I get my next point?
2 down and then 1 right.
Very good. Should we go 2 down? Now, the nice thing about this, and I don't know how else to say it, but if you get yourself organized on this board, doing the graph is so easy, right? Like, if you just write that out, M and B, you're never ever gonna screw up your graph, ever. So when you start skipping steps, and there's more things to do here, right? When you start to ignore this and just try and graph it, they start messing things up, right? So I'm bringing in all of that, and so we need more, sorry, okay? All right,
Yeah,
field line.
I don't think one person got perfect on here.
Uh-oh.
Twice this time.
Uh-oh. You're going too quick, that's all it is. Okay. So, let's finish this up here and then we'll go here. Get that blue. Put some arrows. And your title and we're done here, okay? This is y equals negative 2x plus. Okay, your graph should look something like this. So we're going to talk about intersections eventually. These would cross somewhere down here if we were to continue the lines, right? Okay, so hopefully your graph, Kevin, looks sort of like that, I hope. Okay. Yeah, it should be down there, yeah, somewhere like that, so good. Okay? Now, again, I want to make sure I'm going to probably do a graph every day. Because Aiden, I'm picking on you, I don't know why, it's because your haircut, I think I'm picking on you today. But no, all kidding aside, right, there's going to be one of these on your test, and it's probably going to be worth 8 marks, so I want this to be a free, either 6 or 8 marks, I want to do 3 marks, right? So, again, I know you guys don't believe this, but I want you to pass your tests, everybody, and the best way to pass, right, is to be a good grapher, okay? I'm going to pause the video, then we're going to keep going here, okay? Thank you. Mrs. Moore, you said, just one thing, so we